It's wild. Because of my work shift. Yo, YouTube, what's good? Today we're reacting to unpopular opinions that will probably piss you off. Part 2 with Cloud. Let's get straight into it without further ado.
Piss you off. At least half of Sabrina Carpenter's popular opinions that will probably piss you off. At least half of Sabrina Carpenter's audience doesn't care about her music. They just think she looks good. As a matter of fact, this isn't just for Sabrina Carpenter. This is for a good amount of female artists in general. But I'm using her as an example. Now, Walker, before you say I'm wrong, what's the first thing
he said the
that
majority
when you think of Sabrina Carpenter? As a matter of fact, let me answer that for you.
I don't
You
listen to her music.
So
I literally just think of every time she's in controversy because she's always talked about because of her her concerts or whatever and shit like that. People always be like, oh, she mad freaky and stuff like that. Even though there's people that's way worse, bro, when it comes to that. But yeah, what's it called? I don't listen to her music.
Her doing those sex positions on stage.
Yeah, that's literally all I think. If you bring up Sabrina Carpenter, that's literally all I think about because that's all over the internet.
Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. Her music is cool. It's alright. It's decent. It's listenable. At the same time, we all know of Sabrina Carpenter because of her crazy antics, not because of her music.
Sabrina Carpenter hosts the room.
Hell, I'll probably listen to an Olivia Rodrigo song before I listen to the Sabrina Carpenter one. Again, don't think it's bad, just don't care. You most likely don't care either. Hell,
yeah. What the fuck, bro? Nah, that's some crazy ass shit.
Most of her audience doesn't really care about her breakups. They just care about her ass cheeks, and they're trying to see those over her getting her heart broken. Game is game, ball is ball.
Crazy.
Next one. Number 2, being weird on social media is only cool if you're attractive. Just being honest, I don't like that this is true, but it is true. I'm gonna keep it a bean. For instance, if somebody like Quinn Blackwell wasn't fine, people would think she's a literal psychopath. And the same thing with Ted Bundy. Like, imagine linking with a girl and she had a teeth collection in her drawer. You would think she's insane, right? Now imagine if that girl looked like Ash Cash. Now all of a sudden she's smart. My point proven exactly. Next up. Thing number 3. People need to stop being embarrassed so much and just live life. But just because you have a rip in your pants doesn't mean it's the end of the world. People need to be more comfortable with being humans, not robots. Yeah. Let yourself be a fuck up. And instead of being embarrassed, laugh.
Like, you're not perfect, bro. Not everybody is perfect, bro. Some people just try to uphold a perfect lifestyle, but not everybody is perfect, bro. You can fuck up sometimes
and move on with your life like everybody
sometimes
else.
You might have an embarrassing moment, you can move by it, and then it's gonna be a funny story afterwards. So.
Like nowadays people are too scared to dance at a party, brother. That's the whole point of being,
bro. I this one I hate, bro. Like, you came to a party to have fun and enjoy yourself. Why aren't you dancing? Like, the people that go to parties and they just sit on the wall and they just chill there, it's like, bro, come on now. Like, and you don't even gotta be dancing in the middle of the circle. At least just dance. You can dance. You can still be at that wall. But at least dance, bro. Dead ass. At least just dance and shit. You feel me? Like, I never got that.
I promise you, nobody thinks that you're cooler by standing on the wall.
No, seriously, really. Like, I think it's worse if you sit on the wall rather than dance and enjoy yourself. Like, for real.
Trying to orify, live life, Jazz. The hoes are not impressed. And also, most of the time, nobody really cares about your Instagram flick. So wear what you want and just post what you want. Stop caring about other people. You're not an influencer. You're a human being. Stop trying to act like one. Thing number 4, fist fighting should only be reserved for actual serious conflict. If it's anything besides that, then talk it out like real men. Or like a real woman. Let's be inclusive. Like, if fighting is the first thing you want to do after you get into a disagreement, I'm gonna be honest, you need to grow up. Like, honestly, that can stop being cool after high school, bro. Like, nobody cares that you want.
No, literally, bro. Back then, when you're a kid, and you're arguing with somebody, it's always, but you can't beat me though. They always want to resort to violence. But after high school, bro, that shit is just immature. That shit is dead ass just immature, bro. It is what it is, bro. And you gotta grow up, bro. You gotta grow up out of high school, my nigga.
Want to fight? We're grown adults. Learn to talk out disagreements.
Exactly.
The only time you should honestly fight is to defend yourself or defend your family. Besides that, you're doing a little bit too much. Just talk it out like decent human being. Fighting is just pointless. Thing number 5, height doesn't matter unless you're a professional athlete. Unless you're trying to guard LeBron or get massaged like Sean.
Can't sleep. Damn, Santos, it is 3:36 a.m. I've never seen you up at 3:36 a.m.
Just keep it a bit. Yeah, women care about it theoretically, but at the same time, as long as you're masculine, women don't really care about it. They just say they do. I seen a 5'4" guy pull a 6-foot girl the same day he met her, and the only thing he did was just beat her.
Chat, the only people that be like, oh, I want a guy over 6 foot is literally just like the social media girls, bro. But the regular girls, the ones that aren't like that or whatever, the ones that aren't like Instagram models or the social media people, like the majority of them don't give a fuck about height. I can promise y'all, the majority of them don't give a fuck about height. The reason why it makes it seem like a lot of girls give a fuck about a height is because the social media ones are the loudest. So you see online several times, oh yeah, I'm gonna need you over 6 foot, but it's not really like that. Like if you can find a person, you can find a girl that doesn't give a fuck about your height. I promise you will be able to find one. To those who are concerned about possibly finding a girl that is not gonna care about their height, you can.
Himself. But also he had confidence. When you really that, it really doesn't matter how tall you are. Keep that in mind to all of my
literally just have
confidence,
doesn't matter.
Bro. Unless you try to guard Steph Curry, I'm not gonna lie to you. Next one, I'd rather trust a bad person who's honest about who they are than a quote unquote good person who lies a lot. Honesty is very valuable. In my opinion, I'd rather trust about who they are. Unless you try to guard Steph Curry, I'm not gonna lie to you. Next one, I'd rather trust a bad person who's honest about who they are than a quote unquote good person who lies a lot. Honesty is very valuable. In my opinion, I'd rather trust a bank robber who's going to tell me he robbed a bank than a financial advisor who steals money from me on the low. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, they're both thieves, but at least one admitted. Nobody's perfect, and people try to betray that they're perfect all the time. So don't trust the people who do, and trust the people who are honest about who they are, even if they're not the best person. Because in all reality, nobody's perfect.
Flip is his mic. It's literally just a wooden cooking spoon. It is dead ass a mic plugged to a wooden cooking spoon.
And the people who try to pretend that they're perfect are the real ones that need to be watched at all times. Next up, war is the stupidest thing ever. Instead of innocent men dying for leaders who don't care about them, those same leaders should duke it out to a battle of the death instead. And I guarantee a lot less war is gonna happen.
Oh my gosh. Not for President 2028.
Plus, that would be entertaining as fuck. I mean, imagine Trump and the president of China just duking it out for the ones. That would be peak entertainment. Like, you can't tell me otherwise. And I'm totally not bringing that up because of the recent controversy that's happening in the world right now. Stop involving innocent people into your battles. Because I promise you, I have no problem.
Yeah, we don't want war with anybody, bro. There's not going to be a World War III anytime soon, y'all. Y'all don't have to worry about that. At least as of now, there's not going to be. But, yeah, we don't want any war, period.
Problem with any other country except ours. And I'm sure a lot of people will agree with me, especially the soldiers that are fighting for your country. So be a man and go fight yourself. Just like back in the medieval days, the kings always led their soldiers to battle. What changed? Next up, I'd rather an all-natural 7 out of 10 than a BBL plastic 10 out of 10. In all honesty, real beauty isn't makeup and lip fillers. It's stretch marks and bad acne. I don't want to see you at your best. I want to see you at your lowest because I still find you attractive. And a lot of times, I find you more attractive. Because I don't want to love an IG baddie. I want to love a real person. And sometimes women don't understand that, but y'all should because it will save y'all a lot of stress. Because I promise you the beauty standards that y'all try to set on yourselves, y'all are setting on yourselves. A lot of guys just don't care. As long as we can find a good girl who actually loves and cares about us, who we personally find attractive, we're going to be straight. You don't have to have big titties, big ass, and big lips. I don't care. I guarantee most guys don't care either. Especially the man for you. Stop trying to please all of us. Please the one that's meant for you. And the only way you can please him is by being yourself. That is what. And a
lot of girls care a lot, like way too much about their looks, like way too much about their looks. I promise you, bro. Us dudes don't give a fuck, bro. Like us dudes, like as long as we just find a good, genuine person to love, bro. That's all we care about, dog, and shit. Like you feel me? Like most dudes. I'm not saying all dudes. I'm not saying all dudes because there are some dudes out there, but most normal dudes, like they don't give a fuck, bro.
Not Kylie Jenner. Like I said earlier, I guarantee half of the pressure you put on yourself is put on you by other.
But hey, this is an unpopular opinion, right?
And you shouldn't try to please other women by looking good. You want to please yourself or the guy you want. So stop caring. I promise you, women be so jealous of other pretty women. It's so weak. So lock the in. Next up, school is just programming for you to be a worker. You go to school from 7 to 3 and you work a job from 9 to 5. Do the math. They want you to be a worker, not a human. Because when you really think about it, half the information we learn in school we don't really need.
Don't even need, bro. That's what I be saying, dog. Like, bro, it's like, bro, you go to college and shit, and then you go to the workforce, and then a lot of the shit that you learn in college don't even apply to the workforce and shit like that. Especially if you're an engineer, bro, because shit is constantly changing over the years drastically. and shit like that because it's technology and shit.
They're really just giving us work so they can teach good work ethic. So when we get to our jobs, we're actually grinding. When we get burnt out,
it's not a waste of time though. It's not a waste of time and shit. But
because we did it all throughout high school. Plus, outside of elementary school, school doesn't allow you to be creative. And one of the most important things for a human to do is be creative. Creating life is the best feeling in the world. Literally, that's why it feels so good. And creating something and bringing it into this world is one of the best feelings you can ever feel. But school draws you away from that and puts you in an office chair, quite literally, which is why I just think it's a glorified prison disguised as beneficial. And I'm not just saying that because I'm unemployed. I'm really just saying that because, well, I am unemployed. But I'm unemployed because I chose to be a creator, like I was always meant to be. Which is why a good amount of people hate school, because they want to be creators, not workers. But some people are really good at being workers, so they just end up doing that. There's nothing really wrong with that. It's just what you want to do with your life. Plus, you can work a job and still create on the side. I ain't gonna lie. But if you were wondering why you don't like school, it's because you don't like working. At least for somebody else's brain, not yours. Next up, shorts is L fashion. I'm gonna keep it a beam. I will never get jiggy with wearing jeans shorts. I will either wear jeans or shorts. Mixing the two just doesn't work. Especially when they're very long. It kind of just looks like you just dropped it.
I've never worn.
I get that's the whole point, but at the same time, I'm not really a 2000s type of fashion type of guy. When you really think about it,
it's an early 2000s. It's literally an old
2000s. Now, I ain't gonna lie. We're really just flip flopping at this point because I swear 5 years ago, everybody wanted to wear skinny jeans. Now you get called.
No, dead ass. 5 years ago, everybody did want to wear skinny jeans, bro, for real. And now, like, the whole shit has just switched to baggy and shit. Like, it's crazy.
That slightly hugs your thighs. Like, bro, I remember a time where you got.
And now you're clowned on you're clowned on for wearing skinny jeans.
Now it's popular. I ain't gonna lie, this is crazy. Not even no judging though. It's just crazy. Next up, anime
is
the best genre of
flipped.
television right now. I'm gonna be honest, this is my personal opinion, but this is also kind of facts right now. I don't care about Love Island, I don't care about The Bachelor, and I for damn sure don't care about no freaky ass Too Hot to Handle. All I care about is Solo Leveling, Dan to Dan, and Windbreakers, bro. If you're not watching these three anime, you're missing out. Now, I'm not just throwing shots at reality.
I haven't watched season 2 of Windbreaker yet.
Well, it's actually been pretty good, but I just think anime is better. I mean, I can't lie. After Elementary was a cool comfort show. Forever on Netflix was low-key eating. And The Last of Us was good until this season, I'm not gonna lie. But honestly, anime is just kind of peaking right now, and hopefully it keeps going on this run, because I don't want to take the age like Michael B. Jordan's Secret.
Oh, it's not gonna age.
Because you can't guess what I'm talking about.
Anime has been good for a while, gang.
NBA playoffs is way better than NFL playoffs, but NBA season is far worse than NFL season. And it's not close, I'm not gonna lie. If you need proof for this, just look at this year. Nobody cared about the NBA until the playoffs hit, and now it's the biggest thing in the world right now besides soccer. And in my opinion, NBA is just better than the NFL playoffs. It just is. Because the NFL playoffs isn't bad, but it's just okay. I mean, nobody really cares until it's the Super Bowl anyway, so it's just kind of like whatever. But the NFL season though, see that's peak right there. Partly because of red zone betting, and it's just a vibe. It's just football. Amazing. I honestly feel like this because of how many games are played. But at the same time, if the NBA season was shorter, I feel like low-key it would go band for band for NFL season, but it's just too many games to really care. But for some reason in the playoffs, it's just perfect. It's just the perfect amount of games. I feel like this is the same thing for college football and basketball too. March Madness, yay. Regular season, no. College football season, yay. Postseason, yeah.
I don't watch sports. I just played it. I watch the Super Bowl when it comes to the NFL. I don't know. I like sport. Like when I watch sports, it's literally just boring to me. If it's not the Super Bowl or if it's not the World Cup, I just get bored, bro. I dead ass just get bored. That's why I don't watch sports.
Follow the Twitch if you want to see me yap more. Follow my second channel if you want to see daily content.
Shout out to Cloud. Yes sir. For the video and shit. But that is pretty much it, YouTube. Bless your mind, bless your body, bless your soul. Peace out.